my name is Bree Riley, and this is a yoga practice specifically for helping you to gain strength in your body. So today we're going to emphasize strength via our core, but you'll also be working your arms and your legs as well. But I like to think of the core kind of as your center, right? Literally the center of your body, but it's also the center of a lot of poses too, kind of the foundation that keeps everything strong and steady. So I'd like to begin this practice in child's pose, where we will check in with ourselves to start and then get moving with our flow. So begin by taking your knees open, maybe about as wide as your mat, and bring your big toes to touch behind you. Slowly start to sit your hips back onto your heels. It's okay if they don't touch. And then walking your hands out and maybe bringing your forehead down to the mat. Take some nice deep breaths here. Try to breathe in and out through your nose and down into your low belly as much as you can. Really relax your belly here. And you're always welcome to start in any other pose if this one is not comfortable for you. Take a couple more moments just to breathe. See if you can slow your breath down. See if you can breathe a little deeper. Really notice what your breath feels like. Is it easy? Is there a temperature? And then check in with your physical body. What sensations stand out to you? Maybe you're feeling a stretch in your back or your hips or your knees here. Noticing the places of pressure, maybe under your elbows, your forehead, your feet. Notice your energy level in general. How's your body feeling? Sometimes when we're sore, things feel a little bit slow, or when we're tired. And then check in with your mind. How present do you feel? Where is your mind if it's not here? Are your thoughts moving quickly or slow? Do they feel clear or foggy? And it's okay if your mind is distracted. Just see if you can invite yourself to be here for this next 30 minutes or so. And then with a nice deep breath, check in with your heart. How are you feeling emotionally today? What sort of feelings are present? And can you be very honest with yourself about what's going on? And it's easier said than done, but try not to react to your feelings. Sometimes we have feelings about our feelings, right? If we're feeling upset, we say, why do I feel so upset? I'm upset that I'm upset. So instead, see if you can just listen as if a friend were telling you how they're feeling. You can send sweetness, but you don't have to have reactions to these feelings. Take just a couple more minutes to sit with this. And remember, your feelings are guides. They tell you when things are out of alignment. When you're feeling happy and good, you know that things are flowing. And when you're feeling maybe upset or stressed, it's a sign to either slow down, to shift perspective, or maybe to take action on something. So take all of these things into account. How you're feeling mentally, physically, and emotionally, and set an intention for the remainder of your practice. How would you like to feel? And breathe into this. Trusting that when you are intentional with your practice, as you begin to cultivate these feelings. Take one more big deep breath, biggest one yet, breathing in. And breathing out, let it go. Walk your hands extra far forward, pull your belly in, and press yourself up onto your hands into tabletop. Bringing your hands right underneath your shoulders, knees coming right underneath your hips. Drop your belly down as you breathe in for cow. Breathe out, tuck and curl for cow. 2 more like this. Breathing in, drop your belly down. Exhale, tuck and curl. 1 more. Breathe in, belly down, lift your head. Exhale, tuck and curl. And then coming back to a nice neutral spine. Maybe add some movement side to side or forwards and backwards. Big circles, whatever feels good in your body. Just taking a moment to wake up your body, to move around. And then we'll meet in a nice neutral spine, so flat back and tabletop. And we'll start with a little bit of a core warm-up and a wrist warm-up. So look at your hands. Make sure they're spread really wide. Your palms should be totally flat. Fingers are gripping your mat. Notice your elbows. Make sure that they're not pressing forward, but instead rotate the bones or the bend of your elbow out to the side. Pulling your core in, keep it nice and tight. You're going to shift your weight into your right leg and extend your left leg behind you. Rotate so your toes point down towards the ground, heel is up. Option to stay here, or if you'd like, extending your right hand forward as well. Try to get your arm up by your ear and really press out through your back foot. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, pull your elbow and your knee together underneath you. And that cat motion of puffing up between your shoulder blades will also join. Inhale, extend out. This is called sunbird. Exhale, tuck everything underneath you. Pull your belly in tight, squeeze. If you can touch your knee to your elbow, squeeze those two together. Inhale, extend, 1 more. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, sunbird, final little stretch. And as you exhale, come back to tabletop, all fours. Switching sides. Pushing strong into the right hand, lifting your right leg up, toes point down. Left arm reaches forward, core is in nice and tight, breathe in. Stay with your breath, we'll move through 3 of these. Crunching, elbow to knee. Push through your hand, your right hand. Inhale, extend. Exhale, tuck underneath you. See how much space you can make between your legs and the ground. Inhale, extend, last one. Exhale, tuck and curl. Inhale, extend. Hold for just a moment, and then take it down, tabletop. Bring your knees together. Shake out your hips side to side, let it go. Tuck your toes underneath you. Walk your hands in towards your knees. If you can, sit all the way back. Otherwise, you can leave your hands down on the mat. Roll out your wrists. Stretch your feet out just for a sec. Open and close your hands. Interlace your fingers together. Press your palms away from you. Pull your belly in nice and tight. Pressing up strong, breathe in. Take your arms down and open. And then walk your hands forward, coming into downward facing dog. Fingers spread really wide. Tuck your toes underneath you. Press your hips up and back. Pedal out through your legs. And make sure your ears are right in between your arms, your biceps. Press strong with your hands. Really focusing on having your fingers spread wide and your palms flat, okay? So this is key for protecting your wrists. 1 more breath. On your next inhale, lift your heels up. Exhale, lower them down. 2 more. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, lower. Last one, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. It's okay if your heels don't touch all the way down. Next, inhale, lift your heels. Pull your belly in and shift your chest forward. So you're coming into a push-up position, stacking your shoulders over your wrists or maybe pressing a little bit beyond. So this is where we're really gripping our hands in nice and tight. Pulling your chest forward, squeeze your booty, squeeze your legs, and hold. Nice deep breath. Stay with me, hold. Check that your elbows aren't locked out and forward, that they're straight out to the sides. 1 One more inhale. As you exhale, push into your hands, pull your belly in, press back, down dog. Nice work. Inhale, right leg lifts. Keep your toes pointing down towards the ground. Nice and mindful with our movements. We never want to throw our limbs around. Take an inhale, look forward. And that's how we practice our strength, right? Nice and controlled. Lift your left heel up high. Bend your right leg. Pull your knee in towards your nose and shift forward. See if you can get your right knee to your nose or to your armpit. You can choose. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Press up and back. Breathe in. Exhale, come back down to down dog. Same thing other side right away. Inhale, left leg lifts. Look forward, bend your leg, lift high on the right heel, pull your core in, knee comes to your chest. Shift forward like a slow-mo mountain climber. Press through your hands, don't dump in your shoulders, hold and breathe. Breathing's the hard part. Doing great. If you can kiss your knee, you must. Hold it. 3, 2, and 1. Press up and back. Left leg lifts. Exhale, down dog. Same transition, but we're going to use it to move our posture. So breathe in, reach your right leg up. Bend your knee to your booty. Lift high on your left foot. Pull your knee towards your chest. Look forward and step your right foot as far forward as you can to your right thumb. You can always use your arm to help your hand or your foot get there. Drop your back knee down. Squeeze your inner thighs. Take your hands to blocks through the mat. Pull your chest up nice and tall. Take some deep breaths here. Take a look down. Make sure your knee stacks right over your ankles. You're hitting a nice 90-degree angle here. Relax your toes on your front foot. Start to squeeze your inner thighs. Option to stay with your hands down or to work on your inner thigh strength while you stretch. Reach your arms up for crescent moon. Keep squeezing your inner thighs. Your back toes can be tucked or untucked. Totally up to you. One more breath. Start to push into your front heel as you straighten your leg. Bring your hands down to frame. Pressing back for half splits. We stop when our hips stack over our back knee. So we're not sitting all the way back onto our foot. We're staying with our hips stacked. Nice 90s there too with this back leg. Add a flex to your front leg. Squeeze your belly. Press your heel down into the mat. Relax your breath. It's okay if your leg is bent. We're just working on straightening it out. Blocks are really nice here to have underneath your hands or any sort of prop, even 2 water bottles, right? I can do the same thing. Option to stay or to take it into strength. Squeeze your belly in. Maybe float one hand behind you, maybe both hands. So it's a little bit of a balance. Palms point down, pinkies pull together. Reach through the crown of your head. Again, totally cool to have a bend in your front leg. Make sure you don't lock your knee out though. So there's just a little baby bend. Keep pushing your heel into the mat. One more breath. Bending forward into your front leg. Reach your hands down. Just for fun, let's launch to standing L. So I'm going to scoot my front foot in just a little bit so I have a shorter stance. Looking forward, take an inhale. And as you exhale, pressing up, reach your left leg up. So you make a big L shape, standing L. Keep your toes rotated down. You can look back. Make sure your toes point down, heel points up. Take a deep breath in here. And exhale. One more breath to hold. And as you exhale, step your feet together. Left leg joins the front right leg. Coming into forward fold. Shift your weight forward into your toes. You should be able to lift your heels up nice and easy. Again, totally cool to have bent legs here. Careful not to lock your knees out though. If you find you can, straighten them. Relax your head. Take a breath. Rising through chair, Utkatasana or lightning bolt. Drop your hips down. Bring your chest up. Reach your arms forward by your ears. Hold for a moment nice and low. Wiggle your toes out so you know that you can see them, that there's no weight in them. Weights in our heels as we drive up, standing all the way up. Good job. Breathing in. Exhale, hands to your heart. Roll out your shoulders. Awesome. Next, inhale, reach your hands up. And exhale, open them out by your side. Shift your weight into your left foot. Take your right foot, bring it behind you, point your toes down, and see if you can just stay here, maybe just lift your foot off slightly. Beginning to warm up our balance. One more breath. Step your feet together. Switch sides. Weight shifts into the right foot. Reach your left foot behind you, toes point down. Maybe float your foot off the ground. Feel your butt squeezing or your glutes working. If you find the balance is pretty wobbly here, you can always bring your toes down, and also finding a drishti, a focal point for your eyes, somewhere on the ground, maybe 3 feet in front of you. Squeezing your palms down towards the ground, pinkies together. One more breath. Step your feet together. On your inhale, sweep your arms up. Deep breath in, reach up. Exhale, bow to your practice. Bring your palms to touch. Fold forward, soft knees, so a little bend, a nice flat back, folding down. Take an inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, bend your legs, plant your hands, step back for plank. Squeeze nice and tight here. Walk your legs together. Squeeze your inner thighs like you got $1 million bills lined up and it's a windy day. Hold tight. Breathe slow. One more breath. Awesome work. Push into your hands. Use your exhale. Pull your belly in. Press back. Right away. Inhale. Left leg lifts. Same sequence. Other side. Exhaling to travel. Pull your knee to your chest. Lift high on your back foot. Push with your hands to make space. Try not to use momentum, use strength. Left foot steps forward. Again, if you find it only steps part way, use your hand to help you bring it to the left thumb. Dropping your back knee down. You can always put a blanket or fold your mat if you're not on a squishy surface. And then pull your chest forward. Slow your breath down. Check in again with your alignments. Knee stacks over ankle. One more breath here, letting your hips press forward. And if you find that as you stretch, your angle of your knee starts to change right as your hips press forward. This starts to stack more like over your foot. And just toe, heel your foot forward till your knee stacks over your ankle once more. Squeeze your inner thighs. If you did so before, lift up for crescent moon. If you're wobbly, squeeze more into your inner thighs. Think about pulling underneath you and together, but don't let this knee move around too crazy. It's just the muscle engagement. You'll find it makes it a lot easier to balance. Relax your front toes, give them a little wiggle out. One more breath. Start to straighten through your front leg. Bring your hands down. Again, paying attention to our hips, that they stop when we've stacked over our back knee. Flexing through our front leg and working on straightening it. Take some full, slow breaths. You come back to your intention. How do you want to feel in your practice today? Say nice things to your hamstrings. They tend to be tight on everyone, so don't stress it if you're like, this pose sucks. It's a lot of people's least favorite. You're doing awesome. One more breath like this. Option to take this into a balance and muscle engagement as well. Stay or start to squeeze through your inner thighs. Lifting your chest up. Bring your hands back behind your airplane arms. Palms point down. Pinkies pull towards each other. They probably won't touch, but it's that engagement of your back. Reach long through the crown of your head, as flat of a back as you can. We don't want to be curly. Pulling your chest forward. Hold for 5. Slow your breath down. And bending into your front leg, hands frame either side of your front foot. I'm going to take a shorter stance by sliding my left foot in towards me. Looking forward, take a big inhale. Exhale, tuck your back toes, lift your back right leg. Toes point down, standing out. Holding for just a couple of breaths here, feeling our engagement here. Really press out long through your back foot, reach through the crown of your head. We'll come back to this shape later. One more breath. On your next exhale, step your feet together, forward fold. Right away, inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your legs, look forward, sweep your arms up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Coming back to that balance we did before, but we're going to add on to it. This time we're going to turn it into fallen tree. So take a bind at your low back. So maybe you grab your fingers. If that doesn't feel good on your shoulders, you can always grab your wrists or your elbows as well. Roll your shoulders back. Press your hands down. Pull your core in nice and tight. Take your right foot. Bring it behind you. Now you choose how far you want to go into this. We want to imagine that our head and our back right foot is connected. So as we dip our head down, our back leg lifts. So it's one straight line. The farther you go, the more challenging this gets. So maybe you stop at a nice halfway point, or maybe you dip all the way forward. So playing around with this, and remember, the objective is never to be balanced, it's to be challenged. So let it be wobbly, and see if you can instead just keep your breath nice and slow. Keep your eyes on a point, maybe 3 feet or so in front of you. If you look down, you'll fall down, so keep your gaze more forward on the ground. Hold for one more breath. Keep your back toes pointed down towards the ground so your hips are squared. Press strong into your bottom leg. Reach up. It's okay if you stumble out of it. Coming all the way back up. Shake out your arms. Shake out your legs. Same thing, other side. No expectations. It's okay if this other side's a disaster. It's okay if it's great. Reach your hands together. Take a bind again. But maybe if you took a hand bind, you switch. Which hand is on top? Okay, so you just switch which thumb and which pointer finger is on top till it feels funny. That's how you know you switch sides. Press your hands down. Reaching your left leg behind you. Find your drishti again, the point on the floor where you'd like to look. As one unit, head dips down, back leg reaches up. Slow your breath down and challenge yourself. If you get to a point where you feel very balanced, go farther so it's harder. Keep your back toes pointed down. If you fall out of the posture, it just means that you're going to a place where your body is learning new things, which is what we want. See if you can keep your breath slow no matter what happens. See if you can still speak kindly to yourself, even if today your balance is really wobbly. You can always blame it on your mat being too squishy. Take one more breath. Push into your bottom leg. Reach through the crown of your head. It's okay if it doesn't happen, but try to come up nice and controlled. Taking your feet together. Release your hands. Shake it out. Awesome. Fallen tree. Okay, take your hands by your side. Breathe in, reach up. Exhale, bow to your practice. Soft knees, flat back, core is in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back for plank or down dog. Plank for strength, down dog for rest. Option to stay, or if chaturanga is in your practice, we're going to start to build those in as well. Shifting forward, so I'm rocking forward as far as I can on my feet, pulling my core in. You can always drop to your knees too. And we lower down with our elbows pointing straight back. They hug our ribs. We stop when our shoulders meet halfway, no more than halfway. So our shoulders are in line with our elbows, that's how we know. Pulling our core in, pressing up with a nice squeeze, glutes. Glutes are tight, tight, tight. Up dog, take a deep breath. Either holding plank here or you're in your down dog, and we'll meet back in down dog, from plank to down dog, or up dog to down dog. Take a couple deep breaths. Open mouth exhales if you have any heat or tension you'd like to let go of. Still pushing strong with our hands. We're not just chilling in this posture, nice and strong. Yoga for strength. Take one more breath. Next inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, stepping your right foot to your right thumb. It's that same transition. Lift high on your back foot. Pull your knee in, cat your back. Push with your hands. Step as far forward as you can and try to get your 90-degree angles of knees stacked over ankle. Drop your hips down, squeeze your inner thighs, and we'll rise. Squeeze, rise. Keeping your stance low. So intense this is. So if you really want to work your leg strength, go far. Even try to go for that 90-degree angle of your front leg, pressing on through your back leg. If you want a little less, step your back foot in. But either way, you should be able to see your big toe on your front foot. Knee points straight forward. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, airplane. Dip your chest down. Palms point down, pinkies pull together. That same shape we did in our half splits. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, revolve. Left hand comes forward, right arm comes back. Hold for a moment. Drop your hips a little lower. Keep this twist. Just reach your front left arm up and bring your right arm back. Maybe it comes to the back of your leg. Breathe. Adding on. Keep this twist. Left hand comes down to the mat. Now we're in a lunge twist. Right arm stacks. Option to stay here. Option to start to add a little bit of side core strength. Maybe toe heel your right foot back. So you're in a supported side plank. Stay here or step all the way to side plank. Hold and breathe. We're going to reverse out of this sequence. So wherever you stopped is perfect. We'll meet you back there. Stepping the right foot either halfway or all the way forward. Maybe see if you can keep your right hand floating. It's hard. Stepping back to our lunge twist. Okay? Hopefully that went good for you. It's okay if not. Squeeze your inner thighs. Reach up with your right hand. Come into your revolved lunge. Into your reverse lunge. Back down to revolved. Sweep both arms up. Breathe in. One airplane. Dip your chest forward. Inhale, reach up. And as you exhale, take your hands to the inside of your front leg on the ground. Inside. Push into your hands. We're going to sweep our front leg around and back into plank. Around and back. Okay? Hold your plank or take a chaturanga. For those who are very familiar with chaturanga, maybe one leg chaturanga. Right leg lifted. Inhale, up dog, squeeze your glutes. Every time you do a back bend, booty should be squeezing. Exhale, down dog. Pedal it out. Moving through, other side. Inhale, left leg lifts. Here we go, fam. Exhale, step it. Left foot to your left thumb. Mindful transition. Don't let momentum take you. Drop your hips down. Squeeze your inner thighs. Knee stacked over ankle. Nice and mindful with our foundation before we rise. Reach your arms up. Dial your pinkies slightly in. Pull your ribs in nice and tight. Again, go wide with your legs if you want more of a workout. Breathe in. Exhale, airplane. Pinkies pulled together. Work your upper back. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, twisting with the upper body. Right hand forward. Left arm back. Make sure you can still see your big toe on your front leg. Breathe. Reaching up and back. Revolved and reverse. This is our reverse part. Hold for a moment. Breathe in. Exhale, lunge twist. Right hand comes straight down to the mat. Our twist stays. Left hand reaches up. Option to look up at it. You got this. Stay with me. Start to roll into the side of your back foot. Pinky toe side edge. Toe heel your front foot or step it. Option, supported side plank. Keep your right shoulder stacked over your wrist. Step your feet together if you did so on the other side. Spread your fingers wide. Palm is flat. Breathe. One more breath. Really reach your hips up. Pull your core in. Try for no hand. Keep the left hand floating. Step your left foot back to your little lunge shape. Okay? Squeeze the inner thighs. Drop your hips. Come all the way back into peaceful and reverse. So right hand is still forward and up. Hold for a second. Come back to your little twist here. Right hand forward, left arm back. Breathe in, sweep both arms up. Breathe, 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 breathe. Keep your legs, you got it. Exhale, airplane, final bit. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the inside of your front leg. Push into your hands till your left foot becomes a little lighter. Sweep it wide and back. Option to hold plank, to do down dog, or maybe a nice little single leg chaturanga. Exhale, down dog. Push through your hands. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring your knees wide. Come back to child's pose. Take a moment to breathe in your child's pose. Reach your arms forward. One more breath. Pull your belly in. Sit back onto your heels. Coming all the way up into a nice little hero's pose. Bring your knees together. Stay as you are. I'm going to turn to face you so you can see. Just going to take a little intermediate stretch break. Reach your right arm up and over. Option to let your hips slip off of your heels over to the right. So you get this big stretch. Left hand can be reaching out. You can drop to your elbow. Doesn't matter to me. Try to square up your shoulders so you're stacked. Maybe looking up towards the ceiling. Next inhale, come up to the middle. Switch, hips kick off the other way. Reaching up and over. Enjoy the little break. One more breath. Coming back up to the middle, we're just going to oscillate. Inhale, up and over, right arm. Exhale, center, reaching the middle. Inhale, up and over, left arm. Exhale, middle. One more time, each side. Inhale. Maybe let your arm cross over. Last time, up and over. Again, maybe your arm crosses over. Hold on to your knees. Tuck your chin towards your chest, pull your belly in, and sit back towards your heels. Stretch out through your back. Coming up nice and tall. Okay, moving on to our bellies. We're going to work our back core. Your core wraps all the way around. And we're going to do a mega front core work and then a shavasana. That's it, okay? The hardest part is probably the sequence, so we're good. Reach your hands forward, but don't quote me on that. Shifting forward. Option to move through push-up, or you can have your knees down. We're lowering all the way down onto our bellies. Untuck your toes. Press strong into the tops of your feet. Squeeze your elbows in tight. Float your hands. Walk your legs together. Squeeze your booty tight and start to lift your chin and your chest up. Hold. Option to keep your hands like this so you can reach them forward, or you can reach them out to the side. I have some props here, so I'm going to keep them in nice and tight, squeezing my elbows in. Hold and breathe. Almost there. Nice and slow, lower down. You can bring your hands under your head, bend your knees, rock them side to side. Okay, and playing with this engagement. I'm going to scoot just a little bit over here. So we're reaching both arms forward. Pinkies come down, thumbs are up. Start by reaching your right leg up. Take it down. Add your breath. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, down. Try to keep both hip bones connected. Feel your glutes working. Just alternating back and forth which leg lifts up. One more time each side. Coming back down. This time we're going to do arms and legs together. So right leg lifts, left arm lifts. Breathe in, hold. Keep your toes rotated down towards the ground, point or flex, you choose. Lower down. Left leg lifts, right arm lifts. Hold and breathe. Toes are rotated down in the back, pinky points down in the front. Alternating back and forth. Inhale, right leg, left arm. Exhale, lower. So if you can lift a little higher each time. Inhale, left leg, right arm. Exhale, down. Keep alternating. Right leg, left arm. Exhale down. Left leg, right arm. Last time each side, highest time yet. Right leg, left arm, reach, 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 reach. See how high you can go? Take it down. Last one. Left leg, right arm, reach, reach, reach. Hold, 3, 2, and down. Take your hands underneath you again. Maybe turn your head the other way this time. Bend your knees. Rock them side to side, shake it out. Take a breath. Lowering your legs down. Bring your hands in, nice and tight. We're going to just press back to child's pose, nothing crazy, but we'll still do it in a way that is strong and mindful. Elbows squeeze in tight next to us. Pull our belly in. Hips lift off. Push into our hands. Pressing right back onto our heels. Coming into a tabletop shape and then to a seat. So we're going to play around with some core work here, some floats. So we're going to start by bringing your hands by your side. You can always put blocks underneath you. You can see my feet. There we go. You're going to reach one leg up and then lower it down. So just like we did on our back, but now we're working our hip flexors in the front. And if you're like, wow, my legs are heavy, this is really hard, that's okay. Just a little bit of lift is good. We're just warming it up. This is a good one for strengthening your core out too, because a lot of our core will also include our hip flexors. And those are teeny, so they have to work very hard. One more time, each side. And then bending your legs, take a crisscross shape. Our core float is going to be a lotus or sukhasana float. So you can do this from our sukhasana, which is just crisscross applesauce for the official yoga term. Push into your hands. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see. And we want to see if we can shift forward and lift our hips off. Okay, so now I have weight in my feet. I'm pushing with my hands. And you're going to play around with that, rocking back, lifting our feet off. Rocking forward, lifting our butt off. Okay, objective is to be able to lift both. If you can, go into that right away. Otherwise, push into your hands. Cat your back, make space. So I like to shift forward to lift my butt, and then while my butt's lifted, shift back to lift my feet. So my feet are hovering, right? They're free floating. Hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Coming down. Roll out your shoulders. Shake it out. We'll do that 2 more times. Last little bit. You can tell my Shavasana music is on. So it's our final push. Pushing forward. Pull your core in. Belly button to spine, right? Lift the booty. Shift back. Fingers are spread wide. Lift your legs. It helps a lot to have a block here. And come down. Last one. If full lotus is in your practice, you can stack your feet up and do this as a floating lotus. Don't worry about it if it's not though. Same objective. Shift forward, shift back, lift up and hold. See if you can float this. Pull your chest forward, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming down. Uncross your legs. Bring your feet forward, shake them out. Take a breath. And then come onto your back. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Give them a little squeeze. Compression for your hip flexors after all that hard work. A little stretch for your back core after we worked that. Extend both legs straight up. Roll out your ankles. Flex and point your feet. Take a full body stretch. Reach your arms up overhead. Bring your feet down and press them away from you. Long body. Breathing in. Breathing out. Relax your arms. We'll do one more stretch just for our hips. Pulling your knees in again. You have 2 choices. You can take happy baby or happy butterfly. Your choice. So butterfly, you'll leave your feet together. Just open your knees out. And you can grab your ankles. You can grab your feet, whichever feels more accessible and better for you. Or happy baby, grabbing again, either your shins, your ankles, your feet, and pressing your feet up towards the ceiling. So see which one feels better for you today. And if your head and shoulders are lifted, relax them back. I like in happy baby, I like to grab my calves instead of my feet. So you can always adjust your postures to fit your body. Because again, this is your practice. Maybe you rock or stay still. Slow your breathing down as much as you can here. Take one more breath. And then hugging your knees in. Take your final Shavasana. Reaching your legs out. Block your shoulder blades underneath you. Palms can be up or down. And just come here to breathe. You can always pause this and stay as long as you'd like. But thank yourself for showing up. Putting in the work. And if you're doing a practice for strength, then thank yourself for wanting growth, for wanting strength, and thank your body for doing that. Say some kind things to yourself here. Words of affirmation. And I'll leave you in silence to just be. Each exhale, relaxing you down. How much you can be present in this moment. Slowly start to deepen your breath. Roll out through your wrists and ankles. Rock your head side to side. Maybe taking a big full body stretch, or you can hug your knees in towards your chest once more. And when you're ready, making your way up for a seat. And for today's beginning seat, you're going to pull your knees in towards your chest. This pose is called Seed. If you've been following along with my channel, you'll know that I have this in all of my classes. This is the place to send words of kindness to yourself. And I call it Seed because it's like seeds that we plant, which will inevitably grow, and these kind of things that we say become our new truths. So take a moment, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and just feel this little hug. And then offering yourself some words of kindness. Maybe you start very simple with your intention for your practice. Maybe it was to feel peaceful, and you'll say to yourself, I am peaceful. And saying your own or repeating mine, I love myself unconditionally. I love myself unconditionally. I am unique and valuable. I have a lot to offer the world. I am capable of anything. And I always have been and always will be enough. It's okay if any of these maybe don't feel true to you yet. That's why they're seeds that we plant. Take a deep breath. Let it all go. Sitting up for our final closure, hands to heart. Maybe bowing your head slightly. I'll leave you with a blessing. The light, the love, the teacher and the student in me sees, honors, and cares so very much for your light, your love, the teacher and the student in you. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice. It was my honor to be your guide. May you walk in peace and so much care today and every day. Namaste. Thank you, thank you. Please feel free to comment with any feedback you have as to whether you found this to be too challenging or if you want something harder. I'm always looking for suggestions to help you guys out because these are free. These are for you. So let me know what you'd like to see. Feel free to share this with friends. Hit the like. That's always so helpful for me. And if you have a Gmail, if you subscribe to my channel, that is super helpful. So thank you. I appreciate you. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Namaste.